Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiriawan and today is another everyday photography vlog. I'm here in a beautiful coffee shop here in Yogyakarta and the scenery is all paddy field, very beautiful, very Indonesian by the way, and I hope I can capture the essence of Indonesian scenery in this vlog and show it to you, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the pictures as well. So again, the everyday photography vlog, the concept is I'm trying to find nice pictures in everyday mundane situation in my life. So today I want to try to keep it very simple in terms of camera gear. So I'm only using two cameras. Well, it's not simple, two cameras, they're plenty. Usually I'm only a one camera kind of guy, but today I want to explore again the capabilities of my Panasonic Lumix GX850, this little guy right here. And on the GX850, I'm finding myself really liking the Olympus 75mm f1.8 telephoto lens for taking portraits and also long distance landscape photographs with this guy. So that's setup number one. And then setup number two is my Leica M8.2 with the TTArtisan 35mm f2 lens. So previously, I only used the camera and the lens without any kind of filter. But I found out that the M8.2 is actually really sensitive to infrared light. So all of the colors are not really accurate. You know, the green becomes a little bit brownish and the black becomes a little bit of like a maroon, especially on fabrics, on clothes, things like that. So I'm using an IR cut filter on this guy right now. Hopefully it will fix the situation. Anyway, if you want to watch the other everyday photography vlogs, you can go to the link up here to watch the other vlogs where I explain POV style, my thinking behind the camera of how I capture those pictures, camera settings and all that kind of good stuff. So now let's try to take some pictures. Alright, so for our first composition of the day, I'm going to capture that farmer right there on the paddy field. This place is so beautiful, I really like it. And I thought it's going to make a perfect paddy field photography, scenery, landscape photography that I usually do. So yeah, that's the guy right there. I'm setting my camera f1.8 Olympus 75mm aperture priority auto ISO. Let's capture the picture. Yep, really nice. I'm trying to include some other elements in the photo to make the photograph look more nice with foreground, background, things like that. Yep. And also rule of thirds maybe. I like this circle thingy on the foreground right there. I think it really helps to make the image look better. I'm trying to move a little bit to find a better vantage point. Something like this. Yep, f1.8. Maximum background blur or bokeh. Nice. Yeah, I might crop the image later. I'm trying to experiment between how much sky do I want in the frame. Do I want less of the sky or do I want more of the sky? And I'm also waiting for the perfect pose from that man. Maybe something like this. Yeah. I really enjoy doing the candid portrait like this, you know, in the paddy field, photographing farmer, because it really is the essence of Indonesia's scenery. So plenty of paddy field, farmers working on the field, things like that. It's very Indonesian. And I hope I can capture that so that you can also feel like you're in Indonesia. Nice. Yeah, he's looking over here. I think that makes the picture right. Another composition. We can still see the farmer on the left right there, but I want to try to photograph the power line right there. That structure is kind of unique. So it's kind of like a combination between man-made thing and also the nature, paddy field and all the greeneries. I think it will make a nice contrast in the photograph. So yeah, very simple vertical composition, something like this. Nice. Just layers of trees and paddy field and the power line. Right. Very simple. Let's try horizontal. Maybe we can find something different. Nice. This is still f1.8 using the Olympus 75mm on the GX850. Nothing much. Very simple. hitting a really high shutter speed, but I don't mind. That really helps with the absence of eyepiece on this camera body. Yep. Let's stop down a little bit to get a little bit more depth of field. See if it makes any difference, but I don't think it will make any difference because this is basically already in infinity and everything will be in focus anyway, even with a long focal length such as the 75mm. Alright, for the next composition, I thought I wanna photograph this chair and desk with those two lamps on the left and on the right, with the paddy field as its surrounding, with the trees as its foreground. I think it looks kind of nice. And I'm switching camera. I'm using the Leica M8.2 right now with the TTArtisan 35mm f2 lens. I think this is a really nice lens, and I'm using an IR filter with this guy right now because the M8.2 has an issue with its sensor. It's too sensitive in regards to infrared lights. So yeah, on my previous vlogs I didn't really use this filter, so I hope that this filter will work and make the green looks correct, if you understand what I mean. But anyway, the setting of the camera, I'm setting the aperture to f2 and aperture priority, so auto shutter and auto ISO, makes everything so simple. And because the object is not really that close, we will be getting plenty of depth of field. I'm going to stop down just in case to make sure that everything will be in focus. Now I will try to get a nice horizontal composition as well as vertical composition with the M8.2. F4 aperture priority. I might stop down later to f5.6. We'll see. So yeah, in case you don't know, with the Leica, the focusing is all manual rangefinder style. So as you can see on the viewfinder, that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, I'm going to focus and compose right now, so you cannot see the camera, but yeah, basically I'm focusing to the table. Alright, thing looks nice. Let's try to capture the picture. Looks kind of nice, but it's a little bit dark, so I'm going to set the camera manually, shutter speed about 1000. I'm carefully nailing the focus, making sure that everything is in focus. Horizontal composition. I saw that there are two big birds on the background. I might want to capture them later. Let's try again. Focus on the table. This time it's vertical composition. I'm trying to experiment between more sky or less sky. With the frame lines of the M8.2, this is set to 35mm. It's a little bit tight because M8.2 is actually not a full frame camera. It's just a crop APS-H format. So yeah, the 35mm will act more like a 45mm in full frame terms. Kind of different from what I usually encounter, but yeah, still makes for a nice composition anyway. I'm trying to include a little bit of the trees on the front right here as sort of a framing device. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't, but I have to try. I won't know until I try. So yeah, vertical composition, trying to add a little bit of the tree on the front. Something like this. Yeah, kind of look nice. I kind of like it. Nice. I'm refocusing again, making sure that everything is stacked sharp. You know, with the 35mm being a little bit closer, zone focusing with 35mm and this camera is a little bit difficult. So I won't do zone focusing with this setup. But in the future, I'm going to try another lens, maybe a 21mm, and have something that's a little bit wider and easier to zone focus, so I can be so quick. I don't need to focus at all with my Leica M8.2 camera. Alright, so I want to try to take an environmental portrait of my wife, again with the Leica M8.2 and the 35mm f2 lens. And yeah, this time my wife is wearing a black shirt and I have the IR filter with me attached to the lens. Hopefully the black shirt will remain black on the final image, because without the IR filter it will look like maroon red kind of color, which is not real life color. So hopefully this will fix that. Anyway, what I'm thinking is just a simple environmental portrait this concrete pathway will sort of become the leading line into my wife and also into the background. I'm using a little bit of this tree right here as before as sort of a framing device. Alright, so I'm setting the camera to f2, maybe 2000 shutter speed. Now I'm going to focus and try to take the picture. Alright, looks really nice. I'm trying to nail critical focus with this guy. I'm going to crouch a little bit. Alright, let's try to take the picture. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, it's too dark. I'm going to, reduce the shutter speed to maybe 250. Let's try again. It's too dark. So this is almost full manual. Oh, it's too bright. So maybe 500. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. I think I got the correct shutter speed. Now let's do vertical composition. Trying to make sure I'm not moving the focus. Let's focus for a second here, making sure that everything is stacked sharp. All right, got the face sharp. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Wow, really nice. All right, one more. Refocus for just a little bit because it keeps moving and the Leica is full manual focus. 1, 2, 3. Really nice. One more. I'm going to set the shutter speed a little bit higher, maybe about 700 or something. Right, 1, 2, 3. Can you go a little bit to the right, please? You're not centered. Okay, nice. Yep. And focus again because, all right, yeah, already tech sharp. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. I'm going to stand up. So this is eye level. 1, 2, 3. One more. I'm going to make sure that the focus is still okay. Yep, it is still okay. Nice. 1, 2, 3. One last picture before I go back. It's almost raining, so I have to be really quick. I found these nice flowers right here near the coffee shop. That was where I photographed things before, and now I want to try to use this flower right here as sort of a foreground of interest and use the chairs and desk situation right there as sort of the main object as the midground, and then use the paddy field and whatever's there as sort of the background. So actually I brought another lens with me. I forgot to mention it. That's the Panasonic Lumix 14mm f2.5. This is a really nice wide angle lens. I really like it a lot, especially for my moderate wide angle kind of photography. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the palm trees right there as sort of a background element as well to help to frame the image, as well as this leaf right here, that leaf right there, and the flower right here. I'm setting the camera to f2.8, maybe f4. Let's do f4. Electronic shutter, auto ISO, and aperture priority. All right, I'm focusing on the chair and desk situation right there. So this is the composition that I got. Hope you can see what happens on the camera. Vertical composition, my favorite. Something like this. Yeah, really nice, really beautiful. Very simple composition. Not really that complicated, but I think it works really well because of the framing device caused by the leaves from the tree, the palm trees, and everything else. It's almost raining. Yeah, this is a really nice composition in my opinion. I like this sort of pictures. And yeah, let's try horizontal. Something like this. Trying not to crop the palm tree, kind of difficult, but I have to. Yep, something like this. Alright, and that wraps up today's video. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you like this vlog today. I hope you like the pictures as well. Please let me know on the comment down below which one is your favorite picture. Please let me know. And also if you have any question, please comment down below as well, and I will try my best to answer them. Also, if you like my work, then please give me a support. Give a like to this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. And if you want to support my channel even further, please consider using the affiliate links on the description below or use the super thanks button. Thank you and see you on the next video. Goodbye.